Howdy, friends.
Well, welcome back. Bolton Saw is ready.
That is correct there, Conduit. We are so excited to be back here with our second trifecta of Open Table Dungeons & Dragons games. We've had an amazing turnout of new friends and adventurers alike, and we're going to keep that going here tonight with the Open Table Wednesday game. I, of course, am Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where I am still searching for that exact feeling, and might be that case for a while, so that might just be the tag for the show. And we're going to get ourselves over to the main Open Table chat here, where I see we have a nice assembly of players gathered here, some new players, some established players. Good evening, welcome.
How's it going?
Hey.
Patient, you were coming in a little soft there. I'm going to adjust your volume. Give me another sound off there, if you would, please.
Yeah. I just be careful with it because sometimes I just don't talk loud enough, you know?
I'm exactly the same way. I try to shout just to make sure that I'm heard. Very cool. And Rex Dart joining us for the first evening. Found us on our Facebook page today. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. And we also have another friend who found us here this week who's going to kind of lurk and observe the game as it goes on. A Fringe Wizard who is here with us in the voice chat. And if at any point tonight you like what you see and you want to jump into the game, we have Conduit and Relics here in the chat who can get you started on a character, and we can get you right into the game as soon as it is crafted. Now we've got a bit of a different lineup this week than we had last week. We're still waiting on some, I guess just Ben. Ben's the only one that's not here yet. He's sleeping. So first, let's get ourselves back to, well, actually, that'll be secondly. We got a lot of characters gathered here on the main page. I'm going to go ahead and assemble the mask agents best suited for this mission. We have Katarina, codename Canderball. And we have Crumb, codename Crumb. Val is not here, Tyvek is not here, Irasav is not here, Veridar is Ben, that will be along soon. Sir Ricari, played by Conduit, codename Bobaki. And our trifecta of goblins in a trench coat, played by Grelix. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. How's it going?
Oh, it's going, man. A lot of gaming this week, just like last week, so I'm going to keep juggling and see how long it goes before I start dropping everything. So we have, let's see here. Hunter's Star. Is that your character there? New character there? Oh, that is from Mike. So I think perhaps Ori's? Yes.
Yes,
Ori's.
that's me.
There we go. Ori's is Rex. I will assign that so only you can control it now. Is the character done? When I activate it, it's at the start of the character mancer.
It's done. I'm using Beyond since the race was not in the Character Mancer.
Right, since we don't have access to it, it's more of a manual character creation. We have a lot of books here digitally, but if it's not in there, then it just has to be added to the character sheet manual. I guess you would exit the Character Mancer and transfer over whatever you have there, so we're all on the same page. No rush on that, but I do want to get a token assigned here for you on the map. What is your race class combination there, if you don't mind spoiling that for the group?
No problem. It's a Leonin Paladin.
Leonin Paladin. Let me see what I have.
And I did make a token for it. It should be uploaded on my character sheet, even though I didn't put any stats in it yet.
I do see the illustration. Is there also a token? Let's see.
I put one in there.
Oh yeah, sure enough, there is. I think, so I can just drag that right to the tabletop and just assign things as is. Perfect. Makes my job a lot easier. Thank you.
No problem.
So there's Ori's. I'm going to assign green bar for hit points. Blue is for armor class. Of course, none of this is going to pop in just yet until we get the stuff on the Roll20 sheet. But for the time being, we do have an updated token right there. We'll take a brief peek here at everybody's character again. That is Ben's Aasimar, if I recall correctly, Aasimar Monk. And then Sir Ricari, our bugbear, and I believe also a paladin, right?
Correct.
Nice. And Katarina, who's just barely rocking a few hit points here, our Kender rogue. And we got Crumb, played by Patient, who joined us last week, playing the GIF, I believe fighter, correct?
That is correct.
Wonderful. Crank your volume up even more.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. And then this is the best I could come up with for Dawn. I tried high and low to find something that looked like 3 of anything sharing a trench coat in Roll20, and I mean, maybe I put like 40 minutes into it, and then I gave up and was like, this is fine.
No, they're so
My
good.
artist is working on something, so
Oh,
hopefully
that's right.
I could get something.
Yeah, that's right. You were saying that, so yeah, that'll be cool.
They're so good at fooling everyone that you just can't find anything.
Well, basically, just to give you the character concept, it's 3 goblins on each other's shoulders in a trench coat, trying to be one person.
Yeah,
So it's 3 different character sheets and 3 different classes, and only one plays at a time.
exactly. Every long rest, he resets which one is going to be the character for the next span. That's the kind of game, though, that we have running here. Like, I would normally have perhaps a more serious and organized approach to building a party for a serious campaign that I run, but because this is more open table, Adventurers League style, everybody's free to create whatever they want. Homebrew's even an option. Of course, I just have to approve it, which is going to take longer for your character creation to come across. And then, as we're finding with Rex here, if we don't own the book in Roll20, then the manual creation takes a tad longer as well. And with
I think
that,
there is an option, though, for just creating the race. You can use the Character Mancer, but I believe there's an option for custom race.
there might be. There's been a lot of...
I did have to create one. It was pretty simple.
Sweet. Holy crap, Ravencraft hanging out in the chat. What's going on, brother? Are you with us? Zoidrin, Evil Dawn, Patient, Conduit, love it. Thank you all so much for the support, man. We really appreciate you. And this is taking us back to where we ended last session. I think Patient had a pretty good summary of last session that will probably put things more concisely than I could. So why don't you go ahead and read off your notes here, if you would, please.
Well, I just have all of the players listed. There was Snow, Tyvek, Don, Ursavis, Katarina, Sir Ricari, and Veradar. We started off with a Tetris-style puzzle, separated into 3 groups, that we finished deceptively fast. You know, we must have been cheating somehow. Then we found some runes with a strange magical energy, and we're searching for a signal, which we believe comes from a dormant sentient being. The risk of hostility is unknown. All we know is that we're supposed to collect a sample from this supposed being. On the way, we encountered a group of hidden natives that were attacking us from all over the place, and that is how we got to the puzzle. After solving the puzzle, we went through the door that had opened, and it was a dragon.
Very true. This is a look at the completed puzzle from last week, if you didn't catch what was going on. Each of these pieces, or each of these completed puzzles, contain 3 pieces that are separated into 3 groups throughout the party, as Patient was saying, and different people had to control the different pieces to manipulate them into place. And Justin definitely gave me a hand by suggesting that we tilt some of the pieces in a different orientation, which worked out well because I was like, wow, that's brilliant. I actually hadn't thought of doing that. I just dragged them all out of their starting positions.
It's called emergent gameplay.
Right. So yeah, this was a fun puzzle. This is one I'd been sitting on in my library for months, if not over a year, looking forward to playing. And I have other puzzles that use a similar design. Some of them require 10 to 12 pieces to solve the puzzle, so those ones are going to be a bit trickier. Possibly we'll encounter that in this group, possibly in another. But back to our starting scene here. We have made our progress through this passage south into this direction. It was Westy as Tyvek last week who discovered a switch in the rocks right here that dropped this stone bridge into position. And it was Sir Ricari who actually basically just bellowed into this chasm like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And that is when this mask here, made entirely of stone, standing about 20-25 feet high, and as we can see, 25 feet by 15-20 feet ish, yep, it began to glow. And over the past few rounds, the glow and the vibrations of this mask have begun to intensify to the state that we see it in at this point. Perhaps just as alarmingly, if not more alarmingly, as Patient was saying, there's a dragon right frickin' there, and it is a void dragon, or an astral dragon, as best we can tell, whatever the heck that means. Here's a close-up of what we are looking at, and it's definitely not something that a party of level 3 characters would expect to find at this stage of their career, but nevertheless, here we are. I think I have the characters set correctly on the map. I banished the ones who are not here. We need to bring Ories into the fray. So there's that. I'm going to get your character there, and while you're still building it, you can totally play. Just use the manual dice roller or whatever works best for you. And then in the meantime, let me get initiative rolled. Or get the initiative back on the board, as it were. That. Nice little tuck right there. Nice Roswell Galacticon campaign based on a puzzle. Yeah, I remember seeing some of those that you were building by hand there, Ravencraft. Super cool. This is indeed 5e. Yes, it is. And just as a brief reminder as well, this effect that we see is a persistent gravity effect, the result of the breath weapon from this dragon. All three of these characters have been caught in it. And I think it would be easiest if I just repost what that exactly does, which of course is only visible in the live stream if you're watching. That's one benefit to watching. You actually get to see the DM rolls, because if you're live here in the game but not watching on Twitch, you do not see the rolls because I have a GM screen on there.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some food.
How dare you! DC 13 dexterity saving throw. We had some failures. On a failure, the creature is restrained. So all three of them are basically just kind of like caught there in place. Not necessarily like hovering in midair, but just frozen in place. And what's we got Ben here. What's going on? And Gail, welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello.
So here is our existing initiative. Less Ories. Get you right in there. A 17, so you're actually going to be second in line here. And up first will be Gleep, played by Mr. Don. So why don't you go ahead and take it away. Yeah, I think we had determined that your stealth was pretty much useless because of the dragon's blind sight, so I don't know if you want to keep the ninja mask there. It does look cool.
It does, because it looks like, you know, he's trying to hide, but and he is smart though. He is the smartest of all of the goblins that are in this little cacophony of peoples. So I will remove the mask. But it's also my bonus action, the only bonus action I get. So
Right.
let's see here. Let's do Ray of Enfeeblement. Which didn't translate over to my attack blocks. Gosh darn it. All right.
The dreaded Y of enfeeblement.
That's right.
Black beam of energy springs from your finger toward a creature within range. Make your ranged attack roll against the target.
And I miss.
Yeah. I mean, I would double check, but pretty sure the AC is better than a 6.
And that, of course, will be the, you know what? I'm going to back off, and that'll be the end of my...
Oh, hold on a second. You do get to repeat your dexterity save to get out of the restrained effect of this gravity field.
Well, I made it the first time. Does that
okay.
mean that I can move? Yeah.
You can move. Your speed would be half.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. I move up.
Perfect.
Well, I was not, no, I was right on that edge right here, right?
Exactly.
So
you were
5,
on the
10,
edge.
15. I'm right where I should be.
Looks good.
All right, end of turn.
Fantastic. And for the first time at the Role Playing Unlimited tabletop, Ori's played by Rex. Why don't you take it away there, my friend?
Thank you. Quick question: how far away are we from the dragon?
Let's see. Each square is 5 feet. You should have a ruler tool on the left taskbar there that you can always use to measure things out if you like. Looks like 20 feet.
Okay, yeah, I had this character mancer thing in front of me, so I couldn't see anything. I will shoot a guiding bolt at it.
All right, I like it. Welcome back, J-Man. Ooh! Damn! Yowie wowie. That is some impressive damage there, and that is one furious dragon. Where did that come from? Ah!
And I'll just stand there proudly. It came from me. And I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. And Katarina over here, likewise still within the dragon's blind sight, but hopefully not the target of its rage this round. What would you like to do? Get the hell out of Dodge! Help!
That's it.
Just moving. Do you still have any of the healing potions that the group started with? You should have 3, unless you've used any of them. And for flavor purposes, because we're playing like a Spelljammer campaign, instead of them being actual potions, they're like Bacta patches that you just kind of slap on your wound. And also for Rex, since this is your first time, make sure to add those healing potions to your sheet. And house rule healing potions, we use a bonus action.
Sweet. How many was that? I'm sorry.
Each character should have 3 to start.
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Am I out of its blind sight now?
Well, in-game you don't know precisely how far it is. It does appear distracted by everything going on around it, if that, eases Katarina's mind any.
I'm good.
Just gonna chill there. All right. Let's see what Veridar's got. You dragged Katarina away, gave her a little bit of health last round, and yeah, looks like she's gonna back off even more. So, over to you, brother.
Is this his echo, or is this him?
The one on the left is the Echo, I believe.
Right, because it's translucent, so I'd be able to tell it's not solid.
Correct.
Goes rushing up on the grounded dragon. That's another detail we forgot to mention. Justin's character Sir Ricari used a command spell to cause the dragon to land, which is why it is where it was. Otherwise, it was actually hovering like 30 feet above in this chasm right here because it was a perfect spot for it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Somebody who speaks Draconic hears the dragon turn to Veridar, just taunt. Is that all you got? And J-Man on the left side of the flank right over here. Oh, somebody's taking language lessons.
Yeah, I never set my languages up. Sorry, just disregard that.
Oh, no worries, you're good.
So that breath weapon effect that has me restrained, do I have to roll against that every round? How does that work?
Correct. At the end of each turn, you can roll to free yourself from the restraint. And then if you, on a successful save, you'll then be at half movement until you get out of the area of effect.
Okay. So if I attack him now, I will be at disadvantage, but I'm also flanking, so it'd be normal.
It's
correct?
a wash.
All right.
Sounds
Then
good.
I will slash, use my halberd to cut this fucking thing's wings off. Hey.
Oh,
I-
change it
I-
up. Sorry, dude. Ravencraft just redeemed cosplay as Earl. Let's see how Sir Ricari acts when he's from New Mexico, y'all.
We need to put that as costing more.
Now you know how I felt when every like 5 minutes it was like, oh, now we're gonna switch over to the Beatward voice, and now we're gonna do the whole narration like this. And okay, now we got to do Arnold every 2 minutes. Gosh, my freaking voice.
Oh yeah, hey, look, that's really crazy. That little ghost thing that's fighting next to me. I don't know what that is, but I guess it's on my side because they're hitting the dragon too. I think it's hitting the dragon. It's making it easy to hit the dragon. I guess I'm gonna hit this dragon.
Hit the dragon.
Oh, yes, he does. Just wait until I implement the other one that says Dawn can't complain for X amount of minutes.
Dude, that thing better be a million, all right? God damn it.
And that'll be only like 10 tokens.
One Beskar buck. No complaints for the session.
Is that hit?
Whoa. My whole map and Roll20 just went super crazy.
Oh. So you don't know if that hit yet?
I don't even see your attack roll on either side of it. It's not showing up in the live stream. Oh, it is in the live stream. It's just not on the GM side. What the hell is that?
We have our roles hidden from you two.
Well, that's not cool.
We're on the honor system here.
Okay, think. There we go. The GM layer has reset. Got like 5 things going here at once, so sometimes one of them freezes up. A 15 AC is not a hit. It does impact the creature, but does not breach its armor. Well. Let's see here. Well, with a plus 10, yeah, that's definitely going to work. Abilities like that, because of the nature of Roll20, even if they say before or after the roll, we tend to be pretty loose with them because everything's rolled at the same time, and everything's very much like, yes, you got it, no, you didn't, no, and then abilities like that kind of become useless in a very fast-paced game like that, so to keep things fresh, they're kind of almost like free actions or reactions. So we're talking 12 radiant damage plus the 7?
That's right.
19? Ow!
And I look at the dragon because he looked like he was saying something to the angel man in his language. Now, I don't speak his language. I know he said something to him in his language. So I said in my language. I said, "Ha! Gotcha."
He said, "Roar."
Yeah, anybody who speaks Draconic hears the dragon just exclaim in pain and basically just like, "Ow, that hurt!" And does anybody speak Draconic? Is anybody playing a Dragonborn? I'm not too familiar. Okay, so Veridar speaks it. I don't think anybody's playing a Dragonborn though, are they?
Yeah, I don't speak it.
Yeah, we have. Well, Snow was a Dragonborn, but they're not here.
Right.
Yeah, I think Val's the only Dragonborn.
Dope! He has Midnight Rider playing in the background and it fits the fight. Very nice. Okay then, so Ben, roll a Arcana check. Well, that's pretty darn good. This is a big dragon, but if your guess is correct, it's kind of had its evolution stunted almost. Like it's a big dragon, it's tough, but you feel like it might be more akin to a wormling than a young or adult dragon.
Okay. That's the end of my turn. I'm done.
EOT there, very cool. We'll pass it over to Crumb. Well, thank goodness for flank.
Do we get advantage on flank, or?
You sure do.
Oh, sweet.
Otherwise, natural 1, not so good.
Alright, so I smash it. And then 2 damage from Astral Spark. My racial thingy.
10 total there.
And then I'm going to Unleash Incarnation for 1 more attack.
Okay.
And 14?
14 will miss.
Bad Echo.
And I will get this thing's hit points under control here shortly. I've got another freeze on the GM side of things. Come on!
And then I think I'm going to drink another potion for my bonus action.
Very
And then that'll
cool.
be... I just have to roll it.
Okay. Very cool. Hit points are done, and all the way at the bottom of the initiative, the creature that started the fight in the first place. Well, this sucks. I don't think I'm going to stay here any longer.
Sorry, potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2 or
Correct.
plus 4? Oh, plus 2, right?
Correct. Yeah, the greater is 4d4 plus 4.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Come on, character sheet.
Am I in the gravity field or?
I believe the Echo is, right?
Okay, yeah, because I don't remember if we swapped places or if it started out in it.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but I thought we established that the left one was the Echo.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
when
see
you
Crumb twice on the board.
Yeah. Oh man, the whole page just shut down on the GM side. This is BAD. Yikes. Alright, loading back in.
It looks good on your stream.
Yeah, the player side of it is fine. I just can't access everything
Oh.
from that side of it. I have the same game on 2 different screens here. One of which has all the hidden stuff for the GM. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's much better. It's running much more responsive. Hopefully that remains the case. Character sheet. Loaded up. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to check its breath weapon recharge. And it does recharge. So,
Oh no.
good news for egg lovers. That goes away. And, well, crud. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3 in melee. Yeah, we gotta do it. We are going to ascend and then drop over to here. And actually not necessarily drop, more like a 5-foot hover. And then that will provoke attacks from Crumb and Veridar. Oh, darn it.
I see he didn't want to provoke impact 5 from me, did he?
No, I do not, sir. Thank you. Oh, at least one of you missed. Although I'm sure Ben's like,
no.
why do I keep missing?
Because you're using your hands.
Hey, Justin, what happened when you played Mace and you went against the Tar Dragon?
Did it get stuck in the dragon?
I thought we agreed to never speak of that.
Yeah, he was playing a monk and decided to mount the thing on its back and instantly adhered to it. It was like legs, knees, hand adhered. I'm like, whoa, why don't you try headbutting the thing? Oh, I missed the Tar Dragon. I might have to convert that from 3E to 5E, because that was a damn fun dragon, and I only used it once.
I think that's all you need to use it.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago, though. Okay, so I got hit by Crumb for another 7, which sucks. And then I will Breath Weapon. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to actually position here in order to get both of you in the effect. And it's only a 15-footer, so Crumb is just on the exterior.
Ooh. And does it affect creatures or creatures and objects?
It just affects things that can take hit points. So I think your creature has like 1 hit point and uses your saves, so it would affect.
Okay, that's
So Dex saves from Veradar, Sir Rakari, and the Echo of Crumb, Mr. Echo.
I'm so happy because I'm so good at those.
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
so bad at them.
Wow. Well, Veradar finally got a success on something. And I think if the Echo takes any damage, does it just dispel or okay?
It's 1 hit point if it takes damage. Now the thing is, so it's an object, not a creature. So like AOE's that only target creatures don't target it. It can't take like conditions.
Gotcha. Yeah. No condition effect. This is an AOE though. Like it does. It's a breath weapon.
If it hits creatures, then it misses the Echo. If it hits objects, then as well, then it hits the Echo. So.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Fire, I would think, would affect objects as well.
I mean, it's your call. I'm just saying that's how it's written.
Yeah, that melts gold.
Right. Is it possible to return the Echo? Is it like a reset?
Yeah, it's only a bonus action, so it's like no big deal. That's why I'm just kind of trying to get the kind of base of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like an AOE, like a gas cloud or something, probably wouldn't affect it, but something that deals like physical damage probably.
Yeah,
would.
that's perfect. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of spell descriptors where it says choose characters or creatures in the area of effect, and that would not be able to be chosen.
Yeah, say exactly. So something like that. But I guess an AOE that just hits everything like a blanket.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so for Sir Rakari, you are looking at 7 fire and 11 radiant. And then for Ben, it's going to be half that. 3 fire, 5 radiant, round down.
Resistant to radiant, so
Hey.
2 radiant.
Okay, and yeah, that's all I got. So I guess remaining movement. Yeah, I think we'll make use of that. Moved over. Yep. All right, I guess it's gonna happen now, there, J-Man. Go ahead and take your attack of opportunity, because this thing is getting out of your way.
And since the other effect is gone, I am no longer restrained, correct?
Yes. No! Ah! Oh, jeez.
But bam!
Oh, okay. Well, if that's how it's gonna be,
That's my last spell slot, though.
woo! This thing collapses in a heap over on this platform right here. It's still alive, but it is definitely, like, critically injured. It's not prone or suffering any conditions of that effect, but it did lose its ascension. So we'll take it back to the top of the round here, and, yeah, Don, what's happening?
All right, I am going to then use, let's see, Chill Touch.
That's not how you
Dang
cook
it.
it.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we can flip those 2 numbers somehow.
Yeah, it's so deceptive. I hear Chill Touch, and I'm like, cold resist. Oh, necrotic.
And then I'm going to utilize Nimble Escape because it's my bonus action.
All right. And if that's,
And that'll end my turn.
sounds good. Yeah, it's definitely still aware of you, but probably doesn't care about you so much, considering you're just kind of like throwing confetti at it. Ori's over to you.
Beware the awesome power of leap.
Okay, I think we're guiding bolt worked well the first time. I think we'll try another one.
No. Woo! All right. Just flies over its head.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to move 30 feet here, and end my turn there.
All right. Right on the edge of the chasm there. Don't fall down.
Oh, okay. That's the chasm. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got all this like smoke like kind of coming out of it in these craters here as well. And the dragon was actually down there and emerged when Sir Ricari called out.
Maybe we should have been quiet.
I prefer the loud and direct approach.
Me too.
Me too.
If I move the screen accordingly, now I'm the dragon. Womp womp. Alright, so up next is Katarina. Looks like this thing is on its last legs. How you doing over there?
Is he in range for my bow?
I believe so. It's 65 feet away right now. I think your bow is, what, 8320 for the range?
I don't know.
Take a shot. Let's see. It should populate into the chat log.
How do I know?
Let me see here. I will go on to your character sheet. So, under your short bow, if you go to the right side of it, on the right side of the damage, you see that little gear that pops up? If you click that, it shows the range in that. It is 8320. So it is within short range for you to attack right now, which I believe puts it in potential critical threat if it's not aware of you. Oh, baby. Yes, indeed. Add that sneak attack damage, please. 2 die 6, or is it still 1 die 6? Level 3 should be 2 die 6, right?
No, it's 2 die 6 with level 3.
Woo!
How do I do that?
/R space 2 die 6. And I'll put it right here if you want to just copy paste. Wow. Well, retribution, Klingon style. This thing basically opens its maw upon Ori's approach to the end of the chasm, as if it's anticipating a return of the breath weapon that it will unleash upon you next round. And into that open maw comes a sneak attack arrow that just silences the great beast, and it falls dead.
Beware the little people! We shall conquer all!
Are you done already?
Did you see that? She killed it while you guys just hit it with rocks and sticks and stuff, and she just slayed it in one shot.
Woo!
I loosened him up a bit.
Keep in mind, this stone mask is continuing to vibrate with great intensity, and whatever magical energy is in here seems as if it's about to explode. Even where Ori's is right here at the edge of the cliff, you're kind of getting a feeling like I might want to back off, because if this thing shakes me and I fall into the pit, that's going to be bad.
I'm gonna try and get away.
Oh yeah.
Are these? Do these holes go straight down, or are they like tunnels more?
The craters here, the geysers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to connect straight down to this pit where the rest of the steam is coming from.
Right, but I mean, is it like a dead drop down, or is it
It-
like slanted, or?
Roll a perception check, and also, roll an insight check first.
Run away! Run away!
Okay, so Crumb considers this possibility and thinks, okay, I could stick my head there and try to look into it, but this steam might damage me right in the face, so...
Warm.
Steam bath.
So, are there any is there any place to take cover? Pretty much is what I'm looking for.
The geysers for sure, just on the other side of them. However,
That
'cause
works for me.
they do stick up like a good 5 to 8 feet high.
Yeah, I will definitely take cover behind one.
Okay.
I'm going to use my lay on hands to heal 15 of the damage I took.
Very cool.
Also, sorry, what is this icon on my thingy here?
Let's see. You are bleeding? Strain?
Wasn't that the restrained?
No, because he wasn't restrained. It was the clone. Although maybe because he put it on one, it populated automatically to the other. That's probably what it was.
Maybe.
That's probably what it was. I'll create a separate token for the Echo going forward, so you can just drop it onto the table, and that won't happen.
Yeah, great. That worked.
Very cool. So, the magic continues to buzz, crackle, snap, and pop.
You should hide, guys.
What is happening?
Are those holes that the steam and stuff is coming out of, are they raised at all, or is it just a hole?
They're
They
raised.
they're elevated like 5 to 8 feet. Alright, let's... Yep, and just like that, as the thing threatens to overcharge and just below, it just kind of, almost like the Millennium Falcon when the hyperdrive fails, just... And it returns to its original form. However, where is that thing? Lost my own stuff here.
Do you think that's the thing we were supposed to collect? Who is the smart one?
I'm pretty smart.
Did you have the vial?
I thought one of the fighter type people had the vial.
Did we forget the vial?
Shit, didn't Pipe...
I think Val had it.
Yoshi
Actually.
had it?
Oh, did Chrissy have it?
I think so.
If that's the case, then it would just pass on to somebody who's here tonight, because yeah, we can't do without that.
I'll take the vial because I'm the smart one here.
Take it. You know what to do with it, right? Right?
Well, it's not a no.
Yeah, I know what to do with it. All I have to do is bring it over to the thing.
Yeah. Make it drink. I'll head over the bridge however long that takes.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I'm on push to talk, so I'm like talking to myself here.
No worries. Give me just a second here to get the map up to where it needs to be. I think somewhere in that glitch I had earlier, I lost a couple pieces that I had hidden in the backdrop. What's happening, Val? Welcome to the show. Thanks for showing up. Are you with us? And we know if Val's here, somebody's about to get some point redemptions.
All right, I'll cross the bridge, as I'm the brave one over here.
Oh no, I was coming with you. I don't know if we can just move right there.
Yeah, you can. Sorry, but just still
Okay.
hold on just a second, though. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the map in place, but you are good to stand over there.
So, what are we doing again? Are we going to taunt it while it's dead? Kick it? What are we doing?
We're gonna cook it.
That works.
We have to collect its essence or something for the captain.
You know, are any of you healing types going to actually heal her after her endeavor, or are you just going to let her, like, almost die?
When she asks for healing, I will provide it. Well, actually, I can't anymore. I used all my magic killing the dragon.
I can do it. Young lady, permission to lay paw on you.
Denied.
I can do 15 points of lay hands on it.
Very nice. There
How,
we
like-
go. All right.
How
And
much is this face sticking out of the ground?
well, that's what we're getting to right now. As you're close to the face, the magic has dissipated, and then there is just a crack as
Oh no!
it crumbles apart entirely.
I was about to climb there too.
All right, I'm going to hold the vial against the body of the dragon.
I thought you said you knew how it works.
Get in the vial!
Yeah, and you press the vial to the dragon, and it begins to desiccate the corpse, filling the vial with a jello-like substance.
See, I told you I know how it works, dummy.
You did. Can I drink it?
No, you can't drink the dragon.
Want to bet?
I say let him drink it.
This is what our assignment is, gentlemen and ladies.
Oh right.
Collect this for the captain. Have you forgotten
The
your
captain would
agreement?
be mad.
How many points did you heal for her?
I used all 15.
Well, while you are all just watching the trifecta of goblins liquidate this dragon's corpse, it's not until it's like right there that any of you really notice this glowing energy fairy being.
Hello.
And it is just hovering over your group at this point.
What if that's what we were supposed to get?
May we help you?
It buzzes over to the other side of Veridar, seemingly observing him almost like your ship's doctor does when you return with a grievous injury and they use their bioscanner to determine what it is from the outside. It's almost like this thing is looking through Veridar.
I turn and look at the fairy thing.
I haven't seen that, Ravencraft. Very cool. Thought this would be a fun little something here. We'll see how it goes. Well, you turn toward it, and then it kind of floats over the desiccated body and lands on it as best it can, given its incorporeal form.
Hey, we were here first. We called dibs.
I'm gonna slip the vial into one of my one of the pockets of the other goblins.
Okay.
Do you think that's the beam we were supposed to get?
If it was, this vial probably wouldn't work because it's probably set for the dragon.
Oh.
Unless you die, and then we could put you liquid into the vial.
Ooh, essence of crumb.
I don't know. He said he wanted to drink it, right?
If you drink it and you die, this would mean that the vial would be empty and you would be dead, and then we could put you into the vial, and then we would still have the dragon in the vial because the dragon would be inside you.
Yes.
That's what you call a win-win-win.
But you might contaminate the sample and make it all icky.
Yeah, I do that.
Whoa, the entire mountain moved.
Yeah, this was the piece that got lost in the glitch earlier, so I had to like put it down and resize it. And I just noticed like a little bit of the cliff was askew up here. Like, oh, that's wrong. Conversely, I can also behold.
Oh no.
So Surikari looks around. Anybody know what that thing is? If we should.
Well, of course.
Worried about it?
It's a celestial glowy goblin.
Can we eat it?
You can't eat the celestial glowy goblin.
Please?
Can I pet it?
No, the celestial glowy goblin is a very important creature to the ecosphere of this entire planet.
Ecosphere.
Brief.
See, you keep repeating what I say. That's an ecosphere.
Brief fourth wall break as the fairy flies over each of your shoulders and goes, "Listen, listen, listen."
Oh no, kill it.
Whoa, it can talk.
Insight of
I mean, I
3.
knew it could talk.
Well, yeah, not really much of anything to be gleaned with a 3 insight,
Right, I was just about to say, I believe everything he's saying.
right?
Can you talk?
Of course I can talk. I've been talking to you.
Not you, the good goblin thingy that's floating around.
Oh, the glowy goblin. It's not goblin, it's globlin.
Goblin.
Yes, a glowy goblin.
A globlin.
A celestial glowy goblin.
Lodi celestial glowy goblin. Goblin.
Does my religious knowledge have any effect here?
Do you worship it?
No,
You
as
will-
best you can tell, this doesn't seem to have any religious significance. It does appear to be almost like a holy site, so you definitely kind of feel like you're on the right track with that, but you're just not really putting 2 and 2 together as to what this thing could be.
Shiny.
I kneel in front of it.
Yeah, it's a shiny.
Yeah, it basically just flies in a circle around Crumb.
I will put my one of my hands out, my left hand, like palm open, palm up, and just be like, "You want to come with us?"
I'm just gonna reach out and grab it with one of my short, stubby arms.
Oh, geez. Well, Justin and Don, both of you roll a die 20. Okay, well, at the same time, Gleep gets his paws around this thing, and it's got like almost like a lava lamp tinge to it as you touch it, like a brief kind of static in your fingertips. And of course, at the same time as Ricari is holding his hand out, Gleep gets his hand on it and briefly tries to contain it in his hand before the thing just like flies all the way over there.
You
Ooh,
scared.
they're quick.
I don't think it likes you.
What's not to like?
We don't have time for that list.
I'm gonna check the dragon to see if it has any treasure or the desiccated parts have any like magical properties. You know, whether or not it's real magical properties or not.
Also, it has like fangs and claws, right?
Well, it did. Now it's mostly like ash and like broken bone after it's been exposed to the vial. And
Really?
in that same respect, for Gleep, I kind of feel like information that could have been helpful yesterday. Because yeah, maybe try that search before you desiccate the corpse.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure the corpse, if there was like any gold or magic items or anything like that, wouldn't be turned to goo from the thing being turned to goo. But hey, there's ash and stuff, so I'm going to try to collect up some of this ash. And ooh, now I have components for a spell to dominate the world.
Yes, there's nothing that really trophy worthy left, though, huh?
There is not.
So I'll kind of look down no trophies from this. Too bad. My first dragon kill.
Yeah, I mean, there's still pieces of bone, like if you wanted to, like, pack up some cremated remains like Dawn's doing. Like, there's chips of bone and stuff like that.
I'll go and look at what's left of the face.
Okay. Yeah, whatever energy is still there is rapidly dissipating from the mask.
I'll go stand in the energy.
Alrighty.
Roll 3d6. Now roll another 3d6. Now roll another 3d6.
And you're dead.
You're rolling stats now because you died.
I'm immune to that.
Only 9 million points of damage.
F. Alright, well, that's all I got. I mean, if you're immune to that, shit. What can I say?
Game over. We won.
Yeah, it's like a supercharged version. I mean, you didn't touch the fairy like Gleep did, but you've basically, like, all the hairs on your body are standing on end. You've got, like, the weird Frankenstein afro, and there's no obvious effect, positive or detrimental. You just kind of feel like, yeah, I'm standing in some kind of magical energy that is rapidly fading.
Okay.
I kind of watch with interest as he walks in there, like, does it happen to him? I guess not. Okay, whatever.
Fucking wings must look weird now. With all that static and shit.
Yeah, right?
Well, unless we plan on, I don't know, fighting that little thing, I guess we're done here. We should go.
Yep, we got everything that we came for.
Yes. Except the Globlin. I walk up to the fairy thing and say, "Bye, fairy."
Roll a die 20.
Oh, 18?
So the rest of the magic dissipates from the mask, leaving that empty husk. And the fairy floats over to Crumb and once again it just kind of hovers over his shoulder.
I think it likes you.
I like it too. Bye, fairy. Do you want to come with us?
It kind of flaps its energy wings excitedly.
Yay!
That actually means no in Glowy Globlin language.
Oh.
We can go now.
Okay, let's go, friend.
Alright then. So, simultaneous event. Riddle me this. What happens when a party of third level characters takes on and defeats a dragon?
They become a party
Ooh.
of third-level characters.
We get
a long
3
rest.
levels.
Don
They
wants a
get-
long rest.
Do you get bragging rights? I don't know.
Well, your XP value goes from 900 to 2,700, 6,500, which will be level 5 instantaneously.
Wow.
Wait, 65 plus or 65 total?
6,500 total. That's going to activate that red anvil on your character sheet.
Yeah.
It's going to start glowing, and then you can use the Charactermancer to level up if you need to. And likewise, at the same time, I feel like if I reveal this, it's going to break the map, so I think I will leave this on the GM layer and instead do something a bit simpler. I will just draw a shape. No, that's wrong. There we go. So this big Pac-Man kind of looking thing over here, this represents the continuation of the encounter that got us to the door with the Tetris puzzle in the first place. Those creatures from, if you've seen the movie let's get back to it. Welcome back. And how's the level up process going?
I'm done. I did pull out a token for my Echo, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
Well, I mean, just to copy my character, but still.
Gotcha. I think... Let me grab... Is everybody done with their level up, or are we still working?
No, we're still working on it.
Very cool. Anybody else?
Oh, I'm good.
All right. Well, I have 3 gifts here, and they all just look super freaking awesome, so I think what we will do is create a new character. And this will be Echo of Hram.
Alright.
Edited, controlled only by yourself. And because it's a character sheet, you can actually like build it with whatever stats you want if you want to actually put the 1 hit point or whatever. But,
Yeah. I just have to pull over the saves and that's it.
Right, and then I'll just put it right underneath your character sheet
Sweet.
there, so you are able to access it and drag it to the table. Yeah, look at this awesome one.
Yeah.
Boomstick.
Anybody get anything cool with their level ups here?
Extra attack.
Ooh, that's very cool.
Yeah, and 56 hit points.
Oh, nice. Now I can hit you twice as often.
Yes.
How about you, Ben? Anything cool for levels 4 and 5?
I took a feat, mobile, so my speed is now 50,
Yikes.
and then I have extra attack.
Nice.
I'm
I
done.
summon undead, so you may want to get
Oh,
a couple
shit.
of those tokens ready.
Oi.
Goddamn necromancer!
Ever the freaking.
That's right, I'm a necromancer.
I'm gonna start house ruling no summoners unless the party is 4 or less.
Well, and the other thing on that too is that I need a stat block for what the heck is it called?
So you need a 4th character sheet, you're telling me?
Well, at least a stat block, so I know what to attack with and everything. And it's called an undead spirit stat block.
Well, let's see what we can get. I will search through the art library. It's a spirit, you say?
Correct.
Oh, that's the same spirit that Braxton is using. So, not gonna use that one. Ooh, I should make it this flying broomstick. Oh, that could work. Sure, why not? Not quite spiritual, but that'll do well. Anybody else have any new effects that they need new character sheets or what have you for?
And just to be certain, we don't get the benefits of a long rest when we level up, do we?
Correct.
All right, the Gleep rolls out you're seeing for hit points are for Gloop and Aha. I'm leveling them up too, really quick.
Right, right. Okay, Don, the characters added to your little folder there. Build that up as need be.
Thank you much, sir.
Yes, indeed. Well, shall we roll on? What are we thinking?
Good.
Or do we want to confront this horde head on?
I mean, I don't see any other way. Can I look around, like, the bottom below us for, Well, first off, the stuff rising up from the, like, around this platform is all really hot, like, just out of the geyser as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very hot in here. Everybody is probably sweating profusely.
Oh, no. Can you
Easy
help
go.
us, fairy?
What did you say?
Can you help us, fairy?
Oh, sure. It unleashes a meteor swarm and kills the entire horde. And goes up 6 levels.
Yay.
It just kind of buzzes around you almost inquisitively and then turns and looks at the approaching horde. And yeah, it just does a quick...
Yeah, I know the feeling. This does not look good.
Well, I think I will start scooching this thing down. I like that I accidentally made an eye for it too when I mistakenly drew a square. That's fantastic.
Do we? I know we don't get a long rest, but do we get access to the new like spell slots we got?
Yes, indeed. Any spells that you have spent remain spent, but any new spells you gain are immediately added to your arsenal.
So it's too numerous to count how many, right?
Exactly. I mean, you could count how many you see in this area, but just going by the opening narrative as well, their numbers were seemingly endless. So even if you wipe this out, there's probably another this many plus just waiting to descend down the stairs here. So those things chased you all the way to that door at the beginning. Granted, you were level 1 at that point, so you may feel a bit more confident now, but there is still that lingering doubt of, this is a lot of creatures.
You should have closed that door. Oh my god.
Hindsight.
Well, unless there's a way out, like down in these cracks, we gotta go that way anyway.
It's hot.
Well, let's roll some perception checks and see what we can see.
Oh, are there any stalactites that we could shoot and drop down?
Oh man, Ori's dice are just all kinds of
Right.
betraying.
Or he sees nothing.
Well, all right.
I pull out my shotgun.
Well, what we are able to see is that it'll be easier to navigate on this one. This is a long, long way, but try to follow my my arrows here. Down the bridge and to the west.
Yeah, that's where we go, guys.
But then to the north, as far up as we can go. I can't even show this part on the map here. Now my arrow's finally coming back in. All the way up here, and then all the way around the side here.
Whoa.
To where we then have to hop down to this platform here. And then just obscured under the lip of the platform we are currently on is an identical door to this one that we came in through. Another staircase leading somewhere into the rock. Right over here. We can't see it because it's blocked by the lip, but we can kind of see how this platform continues over to it.
Kind of an obvious path.
Exactly. And
So,
perhaps to your benefit, if these creatures were to take the direct path from where they are to try and cut you off there, it is possible because they are known to climb on the walls very well, but they are going to be climbing into steam, which is going to probably inhibit their climbing ability and possibly damage them. So you might have a jump on them if you choose to make haste at this point. Otherwise,
do we know how far down, like from the lip to the platform below the lip is?
it's about, your best guess, 30, 40 feet.
You guys want to jump?
It
I'm
might be
game.
better. Might be better to go the long way to keep them following us that way instead of trying to come around where we do.
True.
Do we need someone to be a distraction and the others can jump?
Well, no, if anybody jumps, they're gonna see that and try to come the shorter way, like we did. If we go
But this-
around the long way, they'll continue following us that way.
But we have the steam.
Yeah, roll that insight check. Anybody who wants to get in on the thought process here, see how all this logic is sounding. Yeah, I mean, Crumb feels that's pretty sound. There might be some breaks and bruises, but you do have healing potions, and it is the quicker path, which might throw them off. And then again, with the steamy, slick walls, that also may inhibit their progress. Oris can see the logic in that. Veradar is kind of like, yeah, but Sir Ricari is an established leader. He's a paladin, and there is a sense to stringing them along for as long as we can. And somehow Gleep just comes up with the greatest idea ever, which is to have everybody go over to the edge and cast an area of effect Featherfall spell. And it's at this point that he realizes he meant to invent that spell years ago, and he still hasn't frickin' done it.
Oh no.
I'm really close.
Can our fairy friend help us out?
Well, so far it has fled the horde of creatures and is currently over here. It has not been able to communicate, nor is it at the moment showing any signs of aggression towards this onslaught, or potential onslaught.
No, I mean just helping getting us out of here.
I see. It kind of flitters about Katarina with curiosity, but does not actively do anything to aid your escape. It just kind of floats over to her and like hangs out there because it's clear she's speaking with it. It seems to understand her, but it doesn't really respond in a way that Katarina can understand.
So if we're thinking about jumping, is there any one of us who is, I don't know, less athletically inclined?
I thought you were about to ask if somebody was 30 feet tall.
The dragon was.
Yes.
I'm not that athletic.
Well, the type of paladin I am, I can enhance my strength and speed, so I could possibly carry you if that's not demeaning to you.
By the way, it's a 6-foot goblin. Just look at it that way, because there's actually, the three sitting on each other's shoulders. So it's approximately 6 foot tall on this goblin wizard.
Gotcha.
But you can't see the other two because the wizard robes are covering it.
So if we're jumping, we better go before they get closer.
Agreed. If that's what we're doing.
I'm gonna go to the lip and send my echo down below, 30 feet down under me.
Are you coming, fairy creature?
Okay, very cool. And the fairy is following along. Keeping up with Katarina here.
Everybody jump.
Before I jump, I'm going to activate my channel divinity, Peerless Athlete.
Peerless Athlete. Advantage on the checks you're going to need. Very nice. So Ori's is probably going to be your anchor to provide the help action.
Yeah, this is why I asked if anybody wasn't as athletically inclined, because his strength and everything is doubled. So I thought maybe I could possibly carry someone and still maybe get away with some of this.
Right, right. Now, sending the echo down there does reveal that the surface you're going to jump on is slanted towards the pit. So if somebody's check is really, really bad, it's possible that they're going to hit that, and the slickness of the stone is going to send them right down into the chasm. It's a slim possibility, but it is there.
My money is on Veradar falling.
Yeah.
So yeah, who wants to go first? Everybody's going to have advantage on their check.
Do you guys have pythons?
I don't think we have time to really negotiate this whole thing with that horde coming at us. I'm going to reach into my pouch. I'm going to pull out a blanket, and I'm going to invent the parachute.
Sir Ricari just, as they're all talking about it, is like, let's go then! And he just leaves like, let's go!
Alright, so roll that with your advantage. Well, that's irrelevant, but a 24-24 is about as good as you can hope to get. You're going to take... No, stupid fat fingers.
Everybody, nobody else jump! Nobody else jump!
Save yourselves! Avenge me! Ah! Yeah, so Sir Ricari makes it look as good as he possibly can and takes a whole 4 points of damage for falling 40 feet.
Nice.
Superhero landing.
Done.
Superhero landing.
Right?
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
How far do I have to climb down the edge before I have to make the jump?
Like you want
Like,
to
how
kind of...
thick is the precipice?
Say again?
How thick is the precipice? She wants to climb down as much as she can because she's got the thief template, which gives her bonuses on her climbing.
Gotcha. It's a good 15-foot thick lip right here that you would possibly be able to climb down and then shorten your jump to 25 feet instead of 40 feet.
Yeah, except I have a -1 to my athletics.
What's your acrobatics? Because you can use that too.
That's a 7.
Nice. Yeah, most often you can use whichever one is going to work better for you, unless it's like an obvious like arm wrestling contest. Yes, you have to use strength, or it's a foot race. Yes, you have to use dexterity, possibly constitution. But when it comes to like climbing, moving around, you can usually interchange those and be like, well, I'm going to try to tumble over it rather than jump over it, kind of thing. So, who is going next? Because I am definitely continuing along.
Or
as
it's
best-
jump.
I will go last.
Oh, Ori's already jumped?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do lose our advantage on the jump for the top side here, but who's moving next then?
I'll go next, and I'll go catch me, and I'm going to try my parachute idea.
Ooh.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah, but hopefully Ortiz can catch me.
I mean, can I try?
Well, that's where he's getting the advantage from. So he's got the 11,
I see.
but still not good enough to avoid damage completely. He basically kind of grazes up against the side of the wall and scratch before he lands in Oris's arms. 11 hit points less.
Ow! Damn it!
Could have been worse. Not bad.
Well, this is kind of the weirdest feeling that you've probably, because you were probably expecting one solid thing, and you find that your hand is probably in the face of one of the other goblins, and
He feels it, but being a paladin, he's trying to be respectful, and he doesn't want to say what he's thinking. So, yeah.
Well,
that's his nose. All right, it's not what you think it is. It's a nose.
allow.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Sure.
So who's making the next leap here? Looks like Veridar is already moving. So what's your role gonna be there, brother?
You don't need to roll. I'm flying.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're fine. Well, what the hell are you keeping us in suspense for? Why weren't you the first person down or offering to escort somebody down with you?
Yeah, you could have carried the goblins down one at a time.
Even when he's playing the angelic celestial, he's still the most mysterious friggin' person in the group. Like, I'm not gonna tell anybody what I can do. Nothing.
Yeah, he's like an evil angel. You know, it's like
Everybody's like falling down, breaking bones. Ow, ow, and he's just like, ah.
Like, what are you guys doing?
I'm
Why don't you just
keeping an eye out to make sure the thing doesn't come over here.
They seem to be going the longer way.
he's gonna try to climb down partially using acrobatics, and then fall the last 25 feet.
Excellent. So, acrobatics, and then acrobatics a second time. Excellent. Uh-oh. Well, the advantage is definitely going to nullify half of that.
If I see her falling, can I like fly up and try and catch her?
Not at this point. We already have Ori's down there waiting to catch her, which he does, but the fall is a little rough. Catches her shoulder on a piece of exposed rock that's sticking out, and Katarina
You are
lands,
the character.
Katarina lands at the bottom, 7 hit points less. And here comes the horde, still progressing along the bottom. They are reaching the bridge now.
Shall we go in the door?
Looks like Crumb is the last one here.
Yeah, I'm gonna send my thing down 10 more feet and then swap places with it.
Nice. All right. I will just float on down there with my tiny little fairy energy body.
And then I'm going to send it as far away as possible, so 30 feet away, and then hit the ground, make noise to try and distract the horde.
Alright. With the noise that the horde is making, you're not sure they even hear you. As they seem to gather up the remainder of the dragon carcass and carry it with them.
Oh no.
And as your characters make your way into the narrow tunnel, anything else we want to do, or are we just going to try and hustle our way through here?
We need to move.
Yeah, we're getting our asses out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
I was
Never
the
to
first one at
close the door.
I was the first one at the door, so I'm going in first.
Yeah, all three of our asses are getting out of here.
Gotcha. Let me see some insight checks from the collective then, please.
Do you mean the goblins or all of us?
Everybody, yeah.
Okay.
I should just stop.
Wow. Yeah, you should definitely turn on the advantage toggle too, just in case. We always keep that on just in case after the fact it's like you should have had advantage or disadvantage. And then at least
Oh, okay, gotcha.
then you're rolling twice as many dice and hopefully evening out your luck for the night. But then it's just as possible that all your good rolls are on the right side of it, which you never use unless you have advantage. Well, we got some good insight checks here. Katarina, Gleep, Veridar, Ricari. So it's risky for sure, but you're essentially in a bottleneck at this point, which is going to limit both your sides respectively. They're going to gain pace on you probably pretty quick as you file into a single line. But then, of course, they can only take you on one or two, three at a time, possibly, depending on how they're walking on the walls and the ceiling. But as you're considering this and making your way down this escape passage, you're like, okay, well, first of all, we don't know that this is an escape passage. This could just lead to a dead end or another room with things that are even worse. But we do know what's behind us, and we did see all the corpses of the adventurers they've killed before. So there might be a way that we can try to collapse this passage to slow down, if not block their progress or their pursuit entirely. It's risky, but it is something that occurs to a lot of you at the same time.
I don't have anything to blow stuff up.
All right. I'll go last, and I can try and collapse the passage.
Will those dragons' ashes blow anything up? You know, like gunpowder?
It's possible. We did have, I know Don grabbed a bag. I don't remember if Justin also scooped up a pouch.
I did not.
Conversely, they also seem to just kind of be engulfed in the ashes now, as they've kind of just trampled up this huge cloud of cremated remains that are now at their feet and in their hair, or not their hair, they don't have any hair, in their on their skin, basically.
So what you're saying is they're flammable.
It's possible.
So what can we see? I have dark vision. What do I see at the end of this tunnel, or does it just keep going?
It goes for a good 40 feet before it makes a sharp right.
All right. Well, while they're considering what to do, I'm going to go to that corner and see what is after that.
All right.
I will follow.
And this passage immediately comes to another right turn after only about 8 feet or so. So,
Definitely
Ben,
following.
Ben, what are you thinking about doing here? Or does anybody else have an idea on what they want to do?
I was gonna try and collapse the passage after everyone went in.
Well, so far, I'm going to take... Sorry. Ricari, I'm going to move you over here. And also Crumb. And also the ferry. The ferry kind of seems like, yeah, let's just get the F out of here. So that's 3 members who've made it down the passage, although it's immediately coming to a sharp turn a short ways down the passage.
Yeah, I'm heading down the passage.
Cool.
I'll follow.
All right. I think Katarina Katarina's there right with the ferry. Excellent. Looks like the ferry is Katarina now with the name tag. Hey, we gave it a name! Katarina the Second.
I like Katarina A and B better.
Yes. What are you thinking there, Veridar? Your time is running short. You probably only got one shot at this.
Okie dokie. And I will use lightning to try and collapse the passage.
I don't understand why you didn't use poison, but to each their own.
Yeah, okay. Let's poison. I'm gonna poison the rock.
I'm gonna disintegrate this rock with gas. Poisonous gas. Could happen.
Over centuries.
Yes.
How about magic missile?
Yes.
Into the darkness.
Impersonate me.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can roll a dexterity save. So what's the damage? Oh boy. Well, that's good, but not as good as you would hope it to be. I mean, I guess even at max damage, you would have been a tad shy. It's not the strongest passage, and you do begin a ceiling collapse, but not in time to prevent these creatures from entering the passage behind you. Some of them are just instantly killed. The first ones that come in just get crushed under rock, but there's still enough of a gap for these wall climbers to get over the newly established rubble and get around over the walls. And it's at this point that we're going to need... well, we're not going to bother with initiative just yet, because we do still have a second or two, assuming that Ben survived. Hey, don't be trying to catch up with them. You're still back with everybody else. Well, okay.
I tried.
So yeah, 3 of these things get right up in your face, and they just begin clawing and biting and ripping away at nothing. They either can't land a hand on you, or they bash into each other, or all kinds of shenanigans. So, is this a you can do it again equal to your prof bonus?
Yep. This time I'll do a cone to hit all of them and then try and collapse the passage some more.
Right. Yeah, this time I will need some dex saves. And of course, there's my frickin' dice. Natural 20, 18, 14.
Yeah, they all make their saves.
Woohoo! There you go. The 13 damage, though, is enough to collapse the rest of the passage 15, 20 feet back, which you can still hear these things trying to claw their way through, but at the very least you have slowed their progress. And one of the... two of the three that were engaged in melee with you were also crushed. So that just leaves one in your face, and once again as inept as it was last round. So with that being the case, and the entire party against one of these creatures that will not turn around and run away, it's basically going to be slaughtered, or I guess if you wanted to do something else to it.
I'll just beat it down.
Keep it as a pet.
So yeah, one of them is not quite a challenge, especially if it's not in a position to ambush you. So now we are good to proceed forward. I'm going to copy all of your tokens here, head over to the next map, and get things ready for the next encounter.
I think we're trapped here forever. Does any of you know how to cook?
Is this how tall is this little passage we're in?
Right here, it's about 6 feet tall.
Lord has to bend down. He's 7 feet.
Right. Tall dude.
I'm also tall, so I'm crouched down. I got my halberd like out in front of me like a spear as I'm, going through this tunnel.
Yeah, this tunnel takes a lot of twists and turns almost immediately. It's almost like it's like a zigzag. Right after that first turn, and then it immediately makes another right turn, then it goes like 20 feet, makes a left turn, and then it immediately makes another left turn, and goes about another 30 feet, then makes a right turn, then another right turn, and it just keeps doing that pattern for a maddeningly long time. For almost like a half an hour, you're still going through this passage, and you haven't found anything yet, and you don't hear these things coming up behind you. And I know with that information, Gleep is starting to That was a yawn, Dawn.
Yeah, I heard it.
Hint, 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 if you would like to
are we gonna be able to take a long rest?
This might be a place for a rest. It just might be. I mean, it's tight quarters, but it's very quiet here, and there's a lot of gravel and loose stones on the ground, so you'll probably hear anything coming up from a good distance. It's very uncomfortable, but I mean, you're adventurers, so you don't always sleep in a nice bed every night.
Comes with the work.
All right, let's take our long rest.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
What do you
All
think,
right.
Sir Ricari?
Well, we're not knowing how long we might be actually trapped down here for. It's not a bad idea to get a hold of ourselves, figure things out, get refreshed, so we're ready to face whatever else might come.
Yeah, let's get a long rest in. I'm getting tired over here. Comes from the belly of the goblin.
Well, about halfway through your long rest, your rest is disturbed for a brief time, as you can hear these creatures in the far distance, and it's obvious that they have finally breached the collapse that Veridar created. However, just as quickly, there is another loud rumble and a shout, a lot of screams, as best you can tell, it seems like because there were so many of them, and because Veridar had already weakened that passage, they basically just collapsed it further along on top of themselves as they made it through the first block. Because now everything's quiet again. And 20, 30, 40 minutes, everybody's kind of resting with one eye open. You're still in your long rest. It hasn't been disturbed. And then everybody's finally kind of comfortable again. Like, I think they're contained.
Okay, as we start our long rest, the robe opens up, and you see that it is actually 3 goblins, one sitting on each other's shoulders. The other 2 open their eyes. They dismount. They start playing a little bit of music with their 3 different instruments and stuff. And then as it gets close to the end of the long rest, they start arguing about who gets to be on top.
Well, who's it
They
gonna
introduce themselves as Gleep, Gloop, and Aha.
And who was...
Oris kind of.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Oris kind of looks, because he's half asleep, kind of cocks his head to the side. He looks around to see if anybody else is looking. He nods, shrugs, shakes his head a little bit, and rolls over.
So who's going to be in charge for this next long rest stretch here, Don?
Well, let's see. Gloop is 1, Aha is 2. It's going to be Gloop.
And
The
which one is
fighter.
that? The fighter.
He's
All
the
right.
fighter. Yep.
We got a fighter in the party now. We lost our, what was it, wizard?
Yep.
Very cool. Should be an interesting mix-up there.
So he comes out, he reaches into the bag, pulls out his chainmail armor, specially designed to house the 3 of them, puts it on, takes out his shield and his short sword, and he slings his bow on his back, and he's all ready to go.
Excellent.
I've worked for goblins a lot. I have never seen this kind of comedy before.
Yeah, well, good for you, Buttercup.
Let me get some information from each of you here. We are proceeding to the first map where our character's vision will become relevant. So, Ricari, you have dark vision, right? 60 feet? Dim vision. Or no, it is dark vision, yeah. Okay, perfect. So I've got you set. Update your current token, so you should have vision going forward on all maps. And then up next is Oris. Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do, up to 60 feet.
60 feet, perfect. Alright, we got that. Yes, yes, yes. I'll update your token as well, so you'll have vision on all the maps. Super cool, regal looking token. Dawn, same for you, dark vision? Pretty sure goblins do.
Yep, we have dark vision.
Alright.
Surprisingly, Kender do not have dark vision.
Oh goodness, now I have to frickin' add it to all 3 of your characters. Because otherwise one of them will have dark vision and 2 of them won't. Alright, let's That's one.
Do we get all our hit points back?
You do.
You should just be able to click long rest on your character sheet and it'll automatically do everything.
Correct. Yeah, it should be on the right side, like a third of the way down, I think just above all your abilities. There we go. So Dawn, all three of your characters share the same token. They should all have dark vision. How about
Thank you.
Katarina? Does the Kendra have dark vision?
Ender
do
do not,
not.
surprisingly.
So she's probably carrying a source of light. Do we have a torch, a lantern?
She most likely has like a torch in her backpack. If not, I have torches in my Explorer pack.
Gotcha. So we're gonna give her basic light.
I have a flask of oil.
Nice. Burn it all down. And we're gonna make this a pink.
I have candles. Oh,
But you might want more than that. That's just I think 5 feet vision. How about oops, 1 second, I gotta finish. Updating Katarina. Token is good. And linked to the character sheet. Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect. And if that's annoying to anybody, we can of course change it. I just gave Gale's torch a pink hue for the light, but that could sometimes kind of overshade the map color. How about Crumb? Any dark vision?
No dark vision.
So probably standard torchlight for you as well?
Yeah, I do have torches.
Excellent. 40 and 20 of it is dim. And just to differentiate the colors, we're going to make that one more of a green light. Perfect. And Veridar.
120.
Yeah, of course you do. Anytime it's 120, it's pretty much the entire map. There's not a lot of maps that you're not going to be able to see everything, unless, of course, it's just winding tunnels and what have you. Veridar. Updated and updated. Fantastic. We are all good. Transferring us to the next map. Which, okay. Here we just hold tight for a few moments. I gotta get one more settings done here. There we go. We can all see now with both Katarina and Crumb's light. We can see Crumb's is like a green tint, Katarina's is pink, and when they kind of over level each other, it creates like that weird yellowish color. But when they're separate, it's a lot easier to tell. Crumb, controlled, yes. Same.
Oh,
Go ahead.
you could change. Could you change Gleep's name to Gloop, please?
Oh, sure. I thought I had it set for all three of their names, but yeah, I think when you change the character sheet, it automatically switches it over.
Yeah, and the hit points are a lot different too.
Yeah, well, you got to keep the other hit points because they're going to be targeting the legs.
No, don't target the legs.
Take that. All right. I can see all of your characters through your vision, which means our viewers can see through all of your respective visions when you separate and split up your forces, because it's always a cool thing to do. I recommend it at least once a session.
Do I have to refresh my page to see it, the change on my token?
No, 1 second. Represents, yes. Pow. You may have to refresh now, because I did change it over, but the
Okay.
points look the same. Although I think if I just... No, that didn't do it. See, I'm not sure. Oh, I see what happened. HP, AC. There you go. That should reflect it correctly. We can see now that after we made our way through those winding tunnels and eventually connected to some more constructed passageways, we found this winding staircase that is leading us to the point we're at now, and far down below, much like in the first Ghostbusters movie, they're just walking up flight after flight after flight of stairs. You can see way down there is that purple chamber that you were just in, just being a relative term considering it's probably like 14 hours later or so at this point. But this is our marching order, I believe, based on the order we entered the passage. Of course, at any point over the last half a day, we can readjust that if you want to go in a different order. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Roll20 features. The dynamic lighting controls exactly what your character can see, and I think it just adds a level of immersion that makes up for the fact that you can't play in person. You lose that personal connectivity, but you gain some cool features like this. So proceed, friends.
Well, which one is the front?
That way.
Yes, I will go up.
Yeah, Ricari just made his way up to the top at last. And it looks like a branching passageway heading west and east.
Oh no.
Alright, branching
Nope,
out.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I will say behind me as they're coming up, there's lit torches up here. Somebody definitely. lives here.
Whoa, what's that fly glowing thing?
Taking a look at this torch here, it is an ever-burning torch.
Take it.
Because, yeah, there does not appear to be any heat coming from it.
Hey, who needs a light?
It's pretty.
And I can create an actual token here for the ever-burning torch, which, depending on who wants to take it, you can now drag this actual little torch around with you.
I think Katarina just went and grabbed the torch.
Claimed. I will pass that to Gale's possession. And there it is. I can turn off the pink vision if you like, since we have this one, and then I can turn it back on at a later time if need be. Further ahead here, it looks like we have some kind of magic chamber, perhaps a ritual chamber of some sort. There's an eerie silence about this place. Everything seems to be very long ago abandoned. And Ori's over here on the east side. is looking into what appears to be possibly a former place of worship.
How do I keep the torch with me?
It's a separate token, so you either have to move it by itself or just drag a square around both of you and then kind of move both your tokens at the same time.
Or he's going to take a moment to sit down and pray to his deity, since it does look like a place of worship.
It does. It looks like a very ornate chamber that's been set, although you can tell that the pews are definitely old and on the verge of crumbling. You found one of the few that you can actually kind of put your weight onto here. You don't see any symbols anywhere, though, so it's like, well, who's this place dedicated to?
I decided to make him worship Pelor, since they kind of had. I looked up Leon and stuff, and didn't. It's kind of a dead end, so I chose Pelor. So he's going to take out his amulet, and he'll just, say a prayer to him.
Very cool. Like the detail. Yeah, definitely something here in this ritual chamber. I don't know if Ricari and Crumb are the people that are going to uncover this mystery, but you never know.
I don't know anything about this.
Ricari's going to cast a spell.
Do you know
I was just
that symbol?
I was doing a religion check to see if while I'm doing this, if there's anything that comes to me as I'm doing the prayer in this what seems to be holy place.
Nothing that you're familiar with. It's definitely a much more expansive skill in a Spelljammer campaign because you've got all the deities from all these different worlds. So if we're not on Faerun itself, it becomes a little bit harder to isolate, but given the fact that the place just has a feeling like it was cleared out and abandoned, or maybe somebody already plundered this area and took the holy symbols too, because there's just a very weird vacancy about the place.
It was empty here. Too empty.
Yeah, did my religion check give me anything for this other chamber?
Religious, not so much. If anything, it seems to be the more magical side of religion, if anything. It doesn't appear to have any religious connotation, more so than possibly a cleric spell is necessary.
You want to try to smash it?
Yeah, let's smash it.
Well, hold on. I just got
Strapped?
I got a natural 20 on my Arcana.
Yeah, you're kind of thinking some kind of divine magic is going to be needed to activate this, which might be problematic with the current group lineup. Possibly a alternative solution might be required, because
Smashing.
Well, I'm a paladin. I have divine spells.
Nice. Yeah, paladin
Does
might
it look
be
like
able
it's
to
strapped?
suffice. It doesn't appear to be, based on Katarina looking around. Everything in here seems to be clean.
Should
There's
I?
nothing really to smash here, people. Just a symbol on the floor. I might be able to cast some magic and get a response. I don't know what that response will be. So if we want to see what this does, I can try that.
Yeah.
Then why was you offering us to smash things?
I wasn't.
It usually works.
Thank you so much for the raid there, Albert Inn. Welcome to Roleplaying Unlimited. Are you with us? We are in the tail end of our Wednesday night open table D&D game here. We got a new party of players, some new joiners to the group right here, and we're in the midst of a magical ritual chamber. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for checking us out. And
the
yeah,
center.
what are you checking out with the investigation? Just kind of seeing what's going on here at the altar?
Yes, Oris went up to the altar and he's just kind of looking at it, maybe sniffing to see if maybe blood sacrifice or just seeing if there was dust maybe older than other parts, maybe books or anything that were removed, just anything that maybe he can glean with what he got.
Definite dust accumulation, and you can even kind of make out in the shelves on the other side of the altar the marks of where things used to be, even however long ago this was. I mean, you're kind of guessing like decades ago this place was abandoned and cleared out. But you can still see the little mark of like where a tome or a Bible or a holy book or something once sat in that area.
I think we may need to find something.
Is there a bowl or a vase or an urn that I could use as a spittoon?
The floor. I huck a loogie on the floor.
Oh, that works perfect.
Do I believe I need to have a ritual spell, or does just cast like any spell in the circle? How do I think this is going to have to work?
You're thinking that it's probably based on spell levels. You're not sure exactly how much juice it's going to take to charge this thing up, but as best you can tell, that's probably what you're going to need.
So I'd have to just sacrifice spell slots to it, basically.
Right, like basically channel a spell into that symbol there on the floor.
All right. Well, I will channel a second level spell into it. See what happens.
Alrighty.
I will just keep watching the hallway.
Yep, all remains quiet. No sign of movement. This is probably the longest a single player character has remained separated from the group without everybody else being like,
No, I noticed.
what happened to Ori's?
Gloop has no idea who most of these people are anyway.
You don't even know who you are. You're three different people, dude.
Right?
True.
All goblins look the same to me.
A second level spell causes some sparks in the ritual circle here. So you're definitely on the right track. You can see some of the lines on the symbol beginning to glow.
All right, I'm bored now.
Oh, hi, kitty.
Defensive, but what are you guys doing?
We're playing with the floor.
I look up at Ori's. This is some sort of, I don't know, ritual platform, maybe of some kind, and it requires
Magic.
divine energy to power it up. I've just channeled some of my magic into it, and it was a response. It seems like it's going to need probably a lot more. I don't know if either of us have enough.
What about our fairy friend?
Mm.
Maybe it requires blood.
Oh, man.
I don't think so, Gloop. And if you can talk to the fairy about anything, have at it. I've
Sure.
given up
Go
trying
make
to
yourself
do
useful.
anything.
Yeah, the fairy kind of flutters around excitedly again at the acknowledgement of its existence, but it doesn't really seem capable of responding to you in any way that you understand.
I point furiously at the altar.
I'm doing the same thing.
Man, too bad you didn't have like a spellcaster who could speak with the thing.
Flies over there towards where it's being directed.
So I walk up to the altar and like wave my hands around like I'm trying to cast a spell.
It's like fluttering around as well, like, do what now? Do what now? Do what now?
Listen.
Observing this, I'll just be like, shake my head, and actually put another first level spell into it this time.
Alright.
Like showing the creature that this is what we need to do, maybe it can do something.
First level spell coming right up. Well, that seems to be all that was needed. 3 levels of magic. And the fairy is very excited and flying in circles around the newly generated portal, which, because Ricari is standing inside of it when he casts it, boop.
Oh no! I run in after him.
Whoa! Where'd he go?
So, I'll cast that.
He got sucked off.
I'll cast it, and as it starts to glow, I'll get this like surprised look, like, oh shit, I didn't think that was gonna work, and then an even more surprised look as I get whisked away somewhere else.
So there goes half the
Save some
party.
killing for me!
So,
What happened?
oh, and just like that, Veridor's all by himself. Well, how about that? Now where's everybody at? It's just pitch darkness.
Oh no!
Never even saw the other side of the chamber.
You never
Can
went
I-
You
over
didn't
there.
miss much.
Can I light my torch, or is it?
Well,
Is
you
my torch not working?
no, your torch is going to be working just fine when we come back to our adventure next Wednesday. We are going to wrap it up here after our open table D&D session tonight, and after killing the Void Dragon and solving the Tetris puzzle, escaping from the Descent monsters, I think this campaign has gone very well so far for 2 sessions, and I hope you're all having a blast. This is I don't want to pick a favorite out of the open table nights, but this one's got a bit of an oddity to it that appeals to me a bit more. And not in the party so much, just in the story I'm crafting here.
No, our characters are pretty odd too. You have to admit that.
Yeah, very true, very true. Well, yours more so. I don't know if I would say Ori's is particularly odd. He comes off as pretty cool for the first debut there. Pleasure having you at the table, Rex.
Pleasure to be here. It was a lot of fun. I love all the creativeness in these characters, and you guys mesh really well.
That's one thing I keep going over every week that we do this. Like, it's such a charge playing with new players every week. Like, I've been playing with the same people for 20-25 years, and there's a solidarity to that and enjoyment to that. We've got so many established campaigns that we've built together, but I've never gone to conventions. I've never played with just people that like to enjoy the hobby. So this was kind of a spark of an idea, and it's been picking up very well over the last few weeks to where we've got full parties Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I don't know if I can handle another game a week, but there might have to be some kind of compromise around here.
Well, for my first one, I absolutely loved it, and hopefully I can sit with you guys again soon.
Heck yeah. Likewise, Patient, 2 weeks in a row, excellent RP. I'm really digging the Crumb character.
Thanks.
And Don, you are on top of your RP with this character. It is a pleasure to watch because it's a unique construct that you've come up with here.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
For sure. And then Ben, as always, playing the terribly mysterious rogue character, even when playing an Azamar monk. I mean, the most obvious one in the group, who probably literally shines with holy light, and he's just kind of like, you don't see me.
Right? He could have just stood on that portal and it would have lit up right up for him.
It just might have. Instead, he's like, I'm going to hang out over here in the corner. And Gale, definitely a bit of timidness coming into the session after the dragon walloped the heck out of you last session. But after taking a round to observe, she comes back in and gets the critical sneak attack there to finish the dragon off. So that was a super cool turn of events. I enjoyed that.
Somebody had to do it.
Yes, indeed.
It wasn't gonna be me.
And J-Man, as always... Oh, go ahead, man.
And I think Gail's new favorite item is going to be that torch.
It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan. I mean, I've been going on for like 8 years, the dynamic lighting in Roll20, and I know it's such a simple feature, but it's really added a level of immersion to the campaigns that we play, and the new doors, windows, and light tools here where I can actually just throw something down very quickly instead of having to create a token or bring out one of the animated effects with the pre-established light and the radius and what have you. It's really cool just to kind of have that flexibility and throw things down on the fly. I mean, we had Blaze join us on Monday and Tuesday. He had never played D&D before in his life, and this makes not only the format that we're doing it with players who've been playing for a long time and can help assist you with creating characters, but the Roll20 platform itself, it just makes it so easy for people to just jump right in 30 minutes after sitting down at the table and you're ready to roll. And J-Man, as always, solid character portrayal, solid development. Unfortunately, the dice rolls were kind of 50-50, I guess, for you tonight, which is probably an okay thing, considering it's usually feast or famine for you.
Right, yeah. Sometimes I'm just terrible, sometimes I'm awesome. This time it was a little bit of both. Didn't do a lot of rolls. Luckily I had that Channel Divinity to kind of give me a boost.
And just all kinds of wow. I mean, the raid here at the end from Owlbear Studios, and definitely bringing our viewer count up higher than it has ever been before. I know jumping in near the end of the stream probably isn't as entertaining, but we are super grateful that you gave us a few moments of your time. We definitely appreciate any follows you're able to drop, and we will be back on Friday night with our primary campaign, the Homebrew World of Enemir. We've got most players confirmed for attendance. And yeah, this DM is going to take a much needed day off from gaming once again. Thursday is becoming my rest day. And Friday, we will be back with another big live stream. Check us out on Facebook, Roleplaying Unlimited. Of course, give us a follow here. Drop a sub. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you get a free one. You can consider Roleplaying Unlimited if you're enjoying our content. And likewise, check out our Discord channel if you're not there already. If you're playing in the game, you're definitely there, because otherwise, how are you talking to us? But some cool bonus content there, like the TV stream earlier today, and some new exciting stuff going on Sundays. So, in the meantime, enjoy your Thursday, and we will be back on Friday. Hope you all have a great week. Are you with us?